Welcome back to the battle between verses, and in your opinion, who will win? Before we dive deeper into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to the channel to support me, and thank you very much.
Zeus is the supreme god in ancient Greek mythology, revered as the king of the gods and the ruler of the sky, thunder, and weather. Zeus is the youngest son of Cronus and Rhea. When Cronus swallowed all of his children out of fear of being overthrown, Rhea hid Zeus in a cave on Mount Ida in Crete. When he came of age, Zeus forced Cronus to regurgitate his siblings, then led them along with the younger Titans in the Great War known as the Titanomachy, defeating the older generation of Titans to establish a new reign of the gods on Mount Olympus. As the supreme deity, Zeus governs the sky and natural phenomena. His weapon is the thunderbolt, forged and gifted to him by the Cyclopes. He has the authority to punish gods or mortals when they violate oaths, while also safeguarding justice, law, and order. Zeus is famous for his many relationships with both goddesses and mortal women, fathering countless children such as Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Hermes, Persephone, Dionysus, and Heracles. Although regarded as a symbol of authority, he is also often portrayed as hot-tempered, jealous, and indulgent. Hera, the wife and sister of Zeus, repeatedly punished his lovers and illegitimate children. From the very beginning, the fate of Zeus was bound to a cataclysmic rebellion against the ancient generation. With wisdom, courage, and extraordinary strength, he led the young gods in a decisive war, overthrowing the rule of the Titans and ushering in a new era for the universe. The power of Zeus lies not only in the thunderbolt that can tear apart the sky, but also in his leadership and balance. He serves as the supreme judge, protecting law, oaths, and natural order. Every decision of Zeus carries the weight of fate, directly affecting the rise and fall of the world. Although sometimes depicted with very human flaws, Zeus remains an irreplaceable pillar, the god standing at the boundary between chaos and order, ensuring that the universe operates according to its laws. With mere thought, he can summon storms, command wind and rain, and split the heavens with lightning. The thunderbolts in the hands of Zeus are not merely natural phenomena, but ultimate weapons, powerful enough to level fortresses, punish the arrogant, and affirm the sacred laws of the gods. Beyond destructive power, Zeus also possesses the ability to transform at will. He can change his form into a human or various creatures to conceal his identity, explore the world, or intervene at pivotal moments of destiny. This demonstrates that Zeus is not only physically powerful but also masterful in strategy. A slight movement is enough to shake heaven and earth, and his will can determine the survival of the entire world. Above all, Zeus holds absolute leadership authority. He coordinates the gods, issues laws, and maintains the balance between chaos and order. Each of his battles is tied to shifts in the cosmic order and the affirmation of his position, including the confrontation with the Titans. Zeus rose up against his father Cronus, who had swallowed his own children out of fear of being overthrown. With intelligence and bravery, Zeus gathered the young gods and freed the Cyclopes from imprisonment in exchange for the ultimate weapon, the thunderbolt. The war was long and brutal, but in the end, Zeus achieved victory, ending the age of the Titans and establishing the era of the Olympian gods. Afterward, power was divided between his two brothers, Poseidon and Hades, creating balance among the sky, the ocean, and the underworld. When the new order had just been formed, the giants rose up to challenge the gods. Once again, Zeus stepped onto the front lines. His lightning tore through the sky, striking down each rebel and affirming that no force could shake the supreme throne of Olympus. The peak of Zeus' power was demonstrated in the battle against Typhon, a monster regarded as the embodiment of chaos. This battle caused heaven and earth to tremble. Although he was at one point pushed into a disadvantage, Zeus rose again, regained his strength, crushed Typhon beneath mountains, and imprisoned it under Mount Etna. Zeus also continually maintains the balance of the world. The thunderbolt in his hand is both punishment for the arrogant and a symbol of justice. Through each triumph, Zeus emerges not only as a god of authority, but also as the pillar that ensures the universe operates in order and reverence.
Please remember to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon and turn on notifications to watch the earliest videos. Thank you very much.
Now we will talk Trigon. Trigon is an interdimensional demon and one of the most powerful evil forces in the DC universe. He is famously known as the father of Raven and the archenemy of the Teen Titans, often regarded as the embodiment of pure evil and universal destruction. Trigon rules hundreds of worlds from the hellish realm of Azarath, where he is worshipped as a god of destruction. Born from the fusion of the sin expelled from human souls and mystical energy, he became a symbol of humanity, darkness. Through dark rituals, he united with a mortal woman named Arella and fathered Raven, who later became the bridge between him and Earth. His conquest began at a very early age. as if destruction had been etched into his existence from birth. At only 1 year old, Trigon completely dominated his home planet. By the age of 6, he personally erased that very world, reducing it to ruins to prove that no place deserved to exist beyond his control. As he matured, Trigon expanded his power, conquering an entire dimension and absorbing evil from nearly 100 galaxies, causing his strength to swell to an immeasurable level. Trigon is considered one of the most terrifying evil entities ever to exist. He is not merely a powerful demon, but the living symbol of destruction, hatred, and primordial darkness. His birth was tied to forbidden rituals, where the energies of cosmic entities merged with a dark heart nurtured by sin and suffering. From the moment of his emergence, Trigon carried only one mission: to conquer and crush every dimension he set foot in. Trigon roams across the multiverse, spreading terror by invading worlds, draining the souls of their inhabitants, and absorbing malevolent intent to increase his power. Every planet he devastates becomes cold ashes, a testament to authority far beyond mortal beings. What makes Trigon even more frightening is not only his overwhelming physical strength, but also his ability to manipulate negative emotions, turning despair and fear into weapons. The greatest tragedy of Trigon is tied to his daughter, Raven, a member of the Teen Titans. Raven stands at the crossroads between light and darkness, between humanity and demonic bloodline. Trigon has repeatedly attempted to exploit this connection to infiltrate Earth and pave the way for destruction. Each time he appears, space seems distorted, time falls into chaos, and the hope of heroes is pushed to its most fragile limit. Trigon is ranked among the most dangerous entities ever to exist. His power is not confined to a single world or dimension, but extends to a multiversal scale. Trigon does not fight to prove himself, but exists with the sole purpose of destroying, dominating, and bending everything to the will of pure evil. He is nearly immortal and can withstand attacks powerful enough to wipe out entire planets. The ability to alter his size allows Trigon to shift from a form comparable to an ordinary being to a colossal state that covers the sky, making his opponents keenly feel their own insignificance and despair. The energy Trigon commands carries the essence of hell. He can unleash devastating blasts of power from his eyes, hands, or even his mouth, incinerating all matter in his path. Hellfire does not only burn the body, but also erodes the will and faith of its victims, turning the battlefield into a true inferno. Most terrifying of all is his ability to manipulate the mind and the soul, can read thoughts, distort emotions, control willpower, and absorb souls to increase his power. To him, fear and suffering are an endless source of nourishment. Trigon can also create vivid illusions so convincing that the boundary between reality and fantasy completely disappears, and he can even resurrect the dead to serve his purposes. Space and time cannot bind Trigon. He opens portals between dimensions, moves freely, and controls the flow of time within his domain. At his highest level, Trigon possesses the ability to alter reality, reshape worlds, manipulate weather, destroy molecular structures, and grant power to others as a perilous blessing. The invasion of Trigon does not stop. When he set his sights on Earth, he easily crushed iconic hero teams, such as and even the symbols of hope-like, and were unable to halt his advance. Earth under Trigon control was swiftly transformed into a living hell. One of Trigon's most horrifying feats was the devouring of billions of souls, not only destroying their worlds, but erasing their afterlives as well. He did not hesitate to kill his own son Belial, along with many other powerful entities. Trigon once confronted directly a fifth-dimensional entity beyond conventional understanding. Being able to battle on equal footing with such a being confirmed that Trigon is not merely a destructive demon, but a threat at a level that makes the entire multiverse tremble. The battle between Zeus is the supreme god of Greek mythology. He possesses cosmic authority, capable of shaking the heavens, hurling lightning that tears apart the sky, and defeating colossal monsters. His power carries divine magnitude, enough to dominate other gods and maintain the order of a universe. But Trigon does not operate on that level. He is a demonic entity functioning on a multiversal scale. Not only does he possess immense destructive power, but Trigon also has the ability to manipulate reality, bend time, and control and absorb souls. He has overwhelmed numerous heroes and entities within the DC universe, whose power levels far exceed those of ancient mythological gods. When Zeus unleashes a preemptive strike with blinding lightning, divine energy surges like a storm swallowing the sky. The ground fractures, space trembles beneath the authority of the supreme god. But Trigon does not need to confront him in a conventional manner. He can distort reality itself around Zeus, weaken the very foundation of his power, absorb negative energy, and even invade his mind to shatter divine will. In a moment, the sky burns crimson as if engulfed in flames. Layers of space overlap and then collapse. Zeus stands within the fury of his own storm, lightning coiling around his body like dragons of light. Opposite him, Trigon rises vishal and cold, his eyes glowing like two endless abysses. The air thickens with dark energy, souls trembling before the presence of an entity beyond mythological law. Zeus fights with authority and divine strength. Trigon fights with absolute dominion over reality and the soul. Zeus can inflict damage and shake a universe, but before a multiversal entity capable of manipulating the very nature of existence, the god of thunder will ultimately be conquered or destroyed. Trigon can destroy or dominate entire universes and has stalemated high-level entities such as his power extends far beyond Earth and threatens the multiverse itself. Trigon is stronger and will be the victor.
What do you think about this battle? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all very much.